Good morning, class 12. Today we shall be doing chapter 5, Should Wizard Hit Mommy by John Updike. What does wizard means? Wizard means one who does the spell or one who is the magician. Now let me tell you about the story, a short story about this, and it is about it begins with a ritual of storytelling, that is every evening or the Saturday, the Jack, the father of Joe, tells a story to her daughter, whose name was Joe, and he invents these story by himself. Each story is slightly different from the other story. Joe is only 4 years old and she does not fall asleep in naps. She has now developed a critical sense. She asks the different questions while his father is narrating the story, and we also see as the storytelling does not serve its old purpose any longer. See, earlier the story describes about teaching or giving some message to the children, but now the daughter has different opinion about the story. The outline of each story, we see the story is it describes about the animal named Roger. Roger always has a problem and goes on an amorous wise or owl with his problem. Okay, in this story we see and that whenever he narrates the story, he comes up with one of the animal who has a problem, and that animal moves with the problem to the oil to get that solved. And owl, he suggests him and asks is ready to help that animal with the problem, but with a fee. Now Roger always, whenever he comes up, he has a few pennies shortage for a fee, and then the wizard, it asks him for the extra pennies, and asks him to move to the well where he gets the money, and this way the problem of the animal is solved. Now Roger comes to play with the other tiny creatures. In the evening time, his father returned home, and Roger also goes home and takes dinner with his father and the mother. This is what the story is. Now the story begins of Roger's skunk. Joe chooses the skunk to be a hero of the story. Okay, she's there now. She wanted a and that Joe wanted, the daughter wanted his father that the skunk of the story, the hero of the story must be skunk. And father, he developed a story with an outline that he says the skunk has a bad smell, and the other animals doesn't like to play with this animal. He further says that they run away from leaving the skunk, crying because of his smell. As usual, the skunk goes to the owl, and the owl tells him for the old wizard. Roger's skunk goes to the old wizard, and wizard live in a white house across the swamp over a little river, and they agrees to help him, and Roger is converted, his smell is converted into a roses smell. Wizard takes out his magic wand and mutters a magic word, and suddenly his smell changes into. Wizard demand for 7 pennies. Okay, 7 pennies are demanded, and Sunk has only 4 pennies, and magic well is find 3 pennies he finds there in a magic well. And Roger finds them and pays the wizard's fee. Now Animal was happy to have Roger with a sweet smell. All animals come and play with the Roger. They play together till gets dark. And Roger too goes home for the dinner with his father and mother. Skunk mother hits a wizard. Now Joe thinks the story has come to an at this point, but Jack tells her that the story had more interesting events. And when Skunk reaches home, his mother is annoyed. She thinks the skunk smells horrible. Roger explains the wizard to give him that smell. He got it because no animal liked him to play with him. She goes to the wizard house, hit him with an umbrella and right on his head. and poor wizard agrees to give Rogus his old smell again. Mother is pleased. She loves the baby skunk because he smells like her little baby again. Joe not convinced. Now the daughter, she doesn't like this. The mother hitting the owl, and she doesn't like it. Hitting the wizard, she doesn't like it, and she tells the the father, she does not laugh even, and considers skunk's mother stupid, and she doesn't like the mother of a skunk too, insists that her father should change the ending. Wizard should hit mommy and refuse to get skunk his bad smell again. Her father does not agree, says skunk loves his mother more than the others. Understand that his mother knows what is good for him, but Joe is not convinced. Insists that wizard should hit mommy right on her head. Now she asks his father that next time when she narrates the story should be about the mother should be hit on her head. Now after telling the story, the joke moves down to the stair, and he is caught in an ugly middle situation. Jack goes downstairs. His wife Claire is painting a woodwork. Furniture is half old tan and half new ivory. He feels he's caught in an ugly middle position because a child and an adult's view of the world. That is, he is there looking for and the child's view is different from that of an adult's view. Okay, this is what the story is. So let us stop the story here. um, the ending could also be done as if we could say, when he went down, the wife, but the story session filled him with tiredness. This man, he was filled with tired. Consequently, he did not want to speak to her wife, who were now with her, and wanted that she should be helped by him. Thank you, students.